Greetings, YouTubers, and I guess it's just YouTubers today. It's me, Women29. Happened to catch this video of Exiled, and she seems to be in a pretty tight spot. I don't know, maybe I fit in as a agnostic, but I'd like to think myself as Christian, as I said before. I too had came from a fundamentalist background. However, my parents personally weren't as fundamentalist as the belief system we attended. We went to church 3 times a week. We had Sunday morning, Sunday night, and then what they would call a prayer meeting on Wednesday night. Did that all through high school. And I seen the same issues over and over again. Somebody would die, and they totally used the scenario or the sermon on the death of the person for conversion reasons. And I always thought that that was not the place for it. And recently I had a discussion with my dad on it. I asked the question, why do even people who don't attend church get a minister to do the sermon? I kind of liked Richard Dawkins' idea about death and how he said that poetry readings and maybe contributions that this person made to society, if the person wrote, say, some of his writings, and he mentioned how the prayer sometimes just kills it because it ends up not being about the person at all, which is true. What I would like to say is some advice. I wouldn't convert if here I am, a perceived Christian. However, if you're not sincere in your ideas about that, I wouldn't even try to do it. It's harder to live a lie than it is the truth. Although some people can balance it pretty well. What I would do is agree to disagree, which means show your mother that even as you hold your ideas, you're not a bad person still, and that even though you may disagree on things, you're still the same daughter, you're still the same person, and through that, there may be kind of an understanding that she will realize. I noticed this happened. There was a girl at our church who totally retaliated to a lot of the teachings and ideas of her family, and later she ended up going back to a more liberal idea, or more moderate idea of a belief system rather than the fundamentalist views. And I'm sure she gets prayed for every day. It's just part of the process. It's what they've been taught to do since day one, and they're going to do it. So there's no difference, and they feel that it's their responsibility. So I don't know. I would have a talk with your mom. Just go over, even though it's going to be really hard and tough at first, because there's a lot of psychological bullying that comes from fundamentalists, and there's a lot of psychological browbeating, and it can get pretty ugly. However, after all that initially is over, you could start working on some kind of understanding. Just draw certain lines in the sand that they can't cross, and don't let them cross it. If they come on and they want to discuss religious matters or make you feel guilty about your life, you can say, I choose not to talk about that, which is fine. And I had to do that plenty of times. Like when I go back to church and attend church, they try to convert me, and I'd say, I'm thinking about a lot of things, and even though you believe this way, I'm sorry, I can't think that way. Although I do respect you as a person, I can't think that way, and I'm just not gonna be converted. So I'm sorry you feel that way, and I'm sorry that this has to be a road bump in our relationship, but that's just the way it is. And I think that once you start laying down those certain standards and guidelines and definite do not cross signs, people will start viewing you differently, and they will start respecting your personal decisions. So I don't know. maybe get some good books on fundamentalism. There's a really good text that I read. It was called Stealing Jesus. And another good one is Growing Up Fundamentalist. You could check that out. And there's also a Yahoo user group. It's called Exit Fundamentalism. That might be helpful. Helped me. I was on there for a couple of years. I still am a member, and they write about different things. It was started by an ex-fundamentalist who had issues with fundamentalism, and when he left, met all the hardship and retaliation that was dealt out to him. So it's a pretty good group. So if you get a chance, maybe do those things. And after all this, it's okay if you agree to disagree, and it's okay if you agree not even to go back. However, I would encourage a development and growth. I'm not talking about spiritually or anything like that. I'm talking about a development and growth past the hate stage that you will feel when you leave, or that you are already feeling. Because I had to deal with that too. I had to go from the hate stage to the understanding stage. They think that way for a reason. That's the way they think, and they're not going to change no matter how much talking or convincing you're going to do. So once you get past that, you start realizing why they think that way. It could be anything. It could be, in retaliation to the secular views around them or society around them, whatever. However, you start viewing that, then you can kind of compartmentalize and put them in that category. And you can shut the door on that when you need to, because you know exactly where they're going, and you can kind of head them off. So that's what you need to do. Kind of strange to be coming from a Christian, but hey, been there, done that, and I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that things work out, and I hope that your relationships improve. And take care, and you can shoot me an email or anything at any time, but take care.